doesn't lie. The ball is the circle. The circle is infinite. The infinite is lies. Our life is a lie. One letter off. What does it mean to believe? What does it mean to live? What word is in the middle of believe? As you tumble, are you humble? Do you know it all? Can you admit that you don't? Do you care to know? Do you care to grow? Do you want to know what's below? No, no, no.
Welcome back, ballers, to another episode of the Balll Don't Lie channel. This is the Knowledge Pay series, episode 4. This is going to be really quick, you guys. This is what I try to do with this particular stream. Really just touching on the wins of the day. Congratulations to everybody who capitalized on my picks tonight. Swept the board. It's not every day. It's not every day. But I will say I have, the documents to show. I'm flirting at right around 53%, which is arguably right in line with some of the biggest cappers in the game when it comes to sports betting. And these are the kinds of people that are taking the game seriously, all about talent, matchups, etc. And there's a lot to be said about that, for sure. I'm actually working on some other projects to bring in the knowledge that I bring and what I share and why I pick the teams that I do or the players that I do, and have further discussion with people that feel differently for other reasons. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about 2 games really quick. First one being last night, technically now as I record this video, or today, 7-6, big flooding in the news all weekend in Texas, where I live, very close to home. I got videos for days to show the storms that I've been dealing with all weekend. I did not see the sun at all weekend during the 4th of July, right? So anyways, just keep in mind when I decoded this first game, July 6th, 7-6, well, New York Liberty equals 76 in reduction and Seattle Storm equals 76 in reverse. How perfect for these 2 teams to match up against each other on this date. That alone is the decode, in my opinion, but obviously there's plenty more people out there that want to know, well, who's going to win the game? How can I make money? And I always say I'm not one that's going to just clap at myself every single day and just say that I nail every single pick when it comes to the world of sports betting. That's not the reality. Anybody that's telling you that is lying to you. Just so you know that. Just so you know. So with that said, yesterday, according to nationaltoday.com, was Capital City Day. And it made me think about, the Storm is playing on Capital City Day. What does that remind you of, you guys? Storm the Capitol, perhaps? So when I looked further into this game, it didn't take me long. All I did was type in the word capital, because yesterday was Capital City Day. Sure enough, 127 in reverse. A is 26, B is 25, C is 23. Added up, Capital 127. what are the odds that on Capital City Day, the Storm could improve to 12-7, like 127 on 7-6, where New York Liberty and Seattle Storm both also equal 76 in the base ciphers. And funny enough, all while I'm sitting here in the Texas Storms going on right now, and it has been a little concerning. I've been very fortunate enough to have not been evacuated or anything like that, but this is way too close to home with where I am at this moment. But I know that I'm not the only one. So once again, keeping this moving, making this really quick. Sure enough, the Seattle Storm not only covered the spread, which was my safe bet. I always do my best to give my subscribers the best opportunity to win games in my sports bets, right? I mean, that's ultimately why they subscribe. And anytime that I find an underdog that has a good chance to possibly win based off of what I just shared with you, and seeing that they are the underdogs, I always take the side of taking them on the spread, meaning they don't even have to win the game as long as they keep it close. But sure enough, in this particular game, the Storm won by 9 points on the road against who? The New York Liberty. That's a whole other conversation, which this video is not for. But as I pointed out, sure enough, look at that. The Seattle Storm improved to 12-7, just like Capital on Capital City Day. The other one was a little more black and white, in my opinion, even though, as always, I'm still trying to figure out a way to make these particular slides a little bit more easy to digest. But obviously, for me, it's very simple. If you can follow along with me on the top right corner of the screen, the Brewers were playing the Marlins at the same time or same day. And the Brewers equals 90. So Brewers equals 90. I saw that this was the 90th game of the Brewers season. And in this game, they had the potential to beat the Marlins, the Miami Marlins. What are the odds that Miami also equals 90 in the reverse cipher of gematria, while Brewers equals 90 in the frontwards cipher? On top of that, Miami equals 27 in the reduction cipher. That's essentially any double-digit value in the alphabetic order. So once you hit J, the 10th letter, you add 1 plus 0, it goes back to 1, right? So in that cipher, when you type in Miami 27, well, what do you see here? Miami has a chance to pick up their 27th loss of the season. Don't overlook that Marlins in the reverse cipher equals 103. That is A is 26 back to Z is 1. You add that up, Marlins 103, the 27th prime, Miami equals 27 in the reduction cipher. The Marlins or Miami dropped to their 27th home loss of the season, doing so against the Brewers, which equals 90 in their 90th game of the season, where Miami equals 90. So sure enough, beer's on me tonight, I guess. As I always say in this series, oftentimes it really is that simple. I understand that this slide particularly could be a bit much, but if you take the time to learn and understand and appreciate the knowledge of the letters and numbers that are brought forth to us every single day, and it's not just in sports, you will find alignments like this that make all the sense in the world. And sure enough, we hit again. So, with that said, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time.